So why don't you introduce yourself?
Nice to meet you, Rebecca, and thank you so much for having me here. And my name is Katrina Starzhynskaya. I am an entrepreneur and author, and I'm a health expert. So I help people to recover from kind of degenerative illnesses.
Great. So how did you get into this field? What inspired you to go into this field at all?
While I was in school, um, I became sick overnight. So overnight, I woke up with a mysterious disease, and half of my face was paralyzed, half of my body was numb. I was in excruciating pain, and I ended up in emergency room, of course, and doctors didn't know what was wrong with me. I started going from a doctor to doctor, and they told me nothing was wrong with me. That was all in my head. So to make a long story short, it took me about 3 years to heal myself, and I spent close to $200,000 on all kinds of research and treatments, and that was my main thing that. Inspired me to write and publish my books and help people now to recover with Lyme disease and all kinds of diseases.
So what do you suggest for somebody who knows they have this passion and they've been brought up like you that you should toe the line and get a good education and get a good job, but they know they want something else? What do you suggest to those people? How can they just take that first step?
That's a great question. I think that those people need to do a little bit of research and find people that already achieved their goals. So find role models and find out what those role models, those people have done in order to achieve their goals, and just model them, step by step, model them. And also, it's very important to surround yourself with positive, like-minded people, because unfortunately, so many people around us, even including our friends and family members, they are in a state of fear that if we become successful, we would change, and they don't want us to change. So they will always try to bring us down and tell us that we should not daydream, or we should not dream so big. We should just be realistic. They used to like this word, to be realistic, or they would tell us this is not possible. So it's very important to surround yourself with like-minded, positive people, and your role model. I believe in every business we get people that are very satisfied with your services and people that are not satisfied. And apparently, usually those people that are not satisfied, when I check them out, they are not satisfied with anything in life. It's just their nature. And I do believe in mentorship because I do have a lot of role models and mentors for myself. This is how I personally grow, and it's not necessarily to hire someone or have a coach. You can have a mentor just by reading books and listening to audiobooks, and there are so many free information nowadays online. You can find tons of books on YouTube or inspirational videos. So there is no excuse not to have mentorship, like virtual mentorship.
Can you tell me something that, a failure that you might have had and how you recovered from that? Because I think as business people, not everything you try works, right?
I hired a very expensive business and marketing team that was supposed to build the whole marketing campaign and the whole business structure, and I invested all money I had, and I actually borrowed money, and at the end that was I would not say a scam, but those people, they didn't deliver anything they promised, and at the end they said, well, unfortunately we are not an experts in health and wellness, so or your product is not good, that's why people don't buy it. So I didn't have any results, but I lost all my money, so I was almost about to quit, and that was one of the biggest failures.
What did you tell yourself after that? Like maybe first start with, oh, at first I told myself all these bad things, and then what did you tell yourself to get back up?
Um, I told myself that every failure is really not a failure. It's just some kind of obstacle on my way to success. So I thought, well, this is my first obstacle and this is my biggest one. And I know that everything else is just gonna be, even if I have more obstacles, they're gonna be much smaller, and it will take much longer than I anticipated. However, if this is my goal and my dream to create this business, no matter how long it will take, I will just keep, keep perceiving and attempting to succeed. And it did work out eventually.
Well, that's a fantastic paradigm. I mean, I've never heard anybody say it just like that, which is the worse you feel, the more you can be sure that the other obstacles are going to be easier than this one, you know?
That's exactly what I felt, yeah.
You said you like to try things and take risks. What was one of the more crazy things that you tried and you said, this is never going to work, maybe it'll work, I don't know, and it did work? It's something that you didn't think was going to work but worked.
I was told that, since English is not my first language, and in school I excelled in math and physics. I was told actually in school that my writing skills are not good and I should never write anything. So when I was writing my book, it was more like just to write a blog, so I can give it to my family members and they would learn about my healing journey. And it was a great success, and people just love my book, and I get speaking engagements with my book and stuff like that. So that was like a crazy thing that I thought would never work out. And actually, I'm launching another book like in a few weeks. So now I understand that it was meant to be, and it's really easy. And when people told me I will never be able to write, that was not true, obviously, and I should never listen to what people say, and nobody actually should listen to negative people.
This is your third book, right? Can you tell a little bit about it, or you're not? Is it secret now?
No, it's not a secret. This book is actually about my life journey, so it will have all kinds of stories, how I would open a business and what happened, what I did wrong, my mistakes, and how people can avoid those mistakes in business. But main aspect is on mindset and self-discipline.